Are you eating eggs every day to get enough protein, yet still noticing your leg strength slipping away? You're not alone. Eggs have long been celebrated as a top-tier source of complete protein-rich, nutrient-dense, and essential. And while they are indeed a fantastic food, especially for maintaining muscle health, something changes inside our bodies after age 70. The way our muscles respond to the foods we consume shifts, and relying solely on eggs or typical protein sources like chicken, fish, or whey protein might not be enough, and in some cases, could even contribute to muscle loss rather than rebuilding. Let me explain why. Once you pass the age of 70, your body's ability to synthesize muscle protein diminishes significantly. Think of muscle protein synthesis as the process your body uses to repair and grow muscle tissue. Before 70, your body responds efficiently to protein intake, but afterward, this process becomes resistant, what researchers call anabolic resistance. Imagine trying to fill a sponge that's stiff, dry, and cracked. You pour water onto it, but it just runs off without being absorbed. That's similar to what happens to dietary protein. As we age, the body becomes less effective at using it to rebuild muscle. The proteins you eat might not be utilized fully, especially if your digestion isn't optimal or if your insulin levels are elevated. This is where most people and even many healthcare providers miss the mark. It's not just about how much protein you consume. It's about the quality, how well your body can absorb it, how quickly it activates muscle-building pathways, and the right timing. This whole process is complicated by a phenomenon called anabolic resistance, an insidious driver of age-related muscle decline, or sarcopenia. Recent scientific research points to one food that, surprisingly, outperforms eggs when it comes to muscle regeneration in seniors. Yes, just one food. It delivers more usable protein per gram, activates muscle protein synthesis faster, and doesn't cause the insulin spikes that are common with many high-protein foods. I'll share what this food is and how to incorporate it into your routine shortly, but first, let's understand what really causes muscle loss after 70. Most people believe it's lack of exercise. But in truth, the core issue is often related to nutritional and metabolic changes. The aging process affects digestion, hormone response, and cellular signaling, all of which influence muscle health. So, what's going on inside your body? One key factor is the natural decline in stomach acid production, specifically hydrochloric acid, HCl. This acid is essential for breaking down proteins into their building blocks, amino acids. Think of it like a blender with dull blades. It struggles to extract nutrients from food. When digestion is compromised, even consuming foods rich in protein like eggs, chicken, or fish doesn't guarantee that your body can absorb the necessary amino acids to rebuild muscle. Adding to this challenge is a condition called anabolic resistance, where your muscle cells become less responsive to the signals that promote growth. Normally, amino acids from food trigger a cascade of biological pathways that lead to muscle repair and growth. But with age, these pathways become dulled, like a car with corroded ignition. Turn the key, and the engine refuses to start.
This
means that even if you're eating enough protein, your muscles might not be getting the message to grow. Studies have shown that older adults need about 50% more high-quality protein per meal than younger individuals to trigger the same muscle building response. That's a lot more protein than many seniors typically consume. And even then, the type of protein matters. Some sources are better absorbed and utilized than others. For example, plant-based proteins or heavily cooked meats may have lower digestibility, meaning your body can't fully benefit from them. This can lead to a paradoxical situation: gaining fat while losing muscle, a condition known as sarcopenic obesity. Given these challenges, your strategy for muscle health after 70 needs an overhaul. It's no longer just about eating enough protein. It's about optimizing how your body processes and uses it. You need higher doses of complete, easily digestible proteins, paired with a metabolic environment conducive to muscle growth, meaning lower insulin levels, better digestion, and strong liver function. So, what practical steps can you take starting today? Here are 3 simple, evidence-based actions. First, increase your per meal protein intake. Aim for at least 30 to 40 grams of high-quality protein in each main meal, rather than spreading small amounts throughout the day. Larger, concentrated doses are more effective at stimulating muscle protein synthesis in seniors. Second, support your digestion. Consider taking digestive enzymes along with hydrochloric acid, HCl, supplements before your largest protein meal, especially if you experience bloating or indigestion. Improving digestion ensures more amino acids are available for muscle repair. Third, time your protein intake during your most insulin-sensitive windows, usually within 90 minutes of waking or after light activity. This timing allows your body to absorb and utilize amino acids more efficiently, maximizing muscle building. Now, let's talk about eggs. Eggs are undeniably a complete protein. They contain all 9 essential amino acids, are rich in choline for brain health, and have a high biological value, meaning your body can absorb and use their protein effectively. But after 70, eggs may not be the best standalone solution for muscle rebuilding. Why? Imagine trying to fill a gas tank with a clogged fuel line. Premium fuel, eggs, isn't effective if the system can't deliver it properly. The problem lies in anabolic resistance and reduced stomach acid, making it harder for your body to digest and absorb the protein. An average egg contains about 6 to 7 grams of protein. But to reach the threshold needed for muscle synthesis, approximately 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, the key amino acid, an older adult might need to eat 5 or 6 eggs at once. That's roughly 400 to 500 calories in one sitting, which may be too much for many seniors, especially those with digestive issues or weight management concerns. Furthermore, cooking eggs at high temperatures can denature proteins, reducing their bioavailability. Overcooked or rubbery eggs are less effective at delivering usable amino acids. Plus, eggs contain about 0.5 grams of leucine each, less than the 2.5 to 3 grams needed to trigger muscle growth in older adults. So relying solely on eggs to meet your muscle building needs isn't ideal, especially considering insulin response. Eggs do provoke a mild insulin response. And if you're already insulin resistant, which many seniors are without realizing it, this response might be blunted or counterproductive. So, what's an alternative? Here's where an often overlooked food comes into play: bone broth. Yes, that simple, warm, collagen-rich soup or a supplement that's become popular in health circles. Bone broth, especially when concentrated into a protein powder or homemade slow-cooked broth, is a powerhouse for muscle health after 70. Why? Because it provides an abundant supply of glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline amino acids that support connective tissue, cartilage, and the signaling pathways for muscle regeneration. Think of muscle tissue as a construction site. The amino acids from bone broth are like support beams and scaffolding that strengthen the foundation. Without this infrastructure, building muscle on a weak or crumbling base is futile. Research shows that supplementing with collagen peptides, especially when combined with resistance training, significantly increases muscle mass and strength in older adults. Collagen also helps improve joint health, which is essential for maintaining mobility and independence as we age. Importantly, bone broth protein doesn't spike insulin, making it suitable for those with insulin resistance. It's low in methionine and high in glycine, supporting detoxification, liver health, and reducing inflammation, all crucial for effective muscle growth. So, how do you incorporate this into your daily routine? Here's a simple, effective protocol. Start your day with a morning bone broth drink, about 8 to 12 ounces of warm homemade or powdered bone broth. Add a scoop of collagen-rich bone broth protein powder. Look for one with around 18 to 20 grams of protein per serving. For an extra boost, stir in 2 to 3 grams of leucine or 5 grams of creatine to enhance the anabolic response. Consider adding a splash of apple cider vinegar 10 minutes beforehand to support bile flow and digestion. Within 20 to 30 minutes of this protein-rich breakfast, engage in light movement, walking, stretching, or resistance exercises. Movement acts like an insulin sensitizer, helping your muscles absorb and utilize the amino acids from your meal more effectively. Next, focus on your midday meal. Prioritize foods rich in choline such as pasture-raised egg yolks. Wild-caught fish, turkey, or grass-fed beef include leafy greens like arugula, dandelion greens, or beet greens. Add healthy fats like olive oil, avocado, or walnuts too. Support overall metabolic health. You might also consider a small supplement of sunflower lecithin or milk thistle to support your livers. Detoxification processes. Avoid snacking between meals to prevent unnecessary insulin spikes. Instead, sip mineral-rich water, herbal teas, or more bone broth if needed. For dinner, keep it light but protein-rich, perhaps grass-fed meat or lentil soup with bone broth base, accompanied by non-starchy vegetables and magnesium-rich foods like spinach or pumpkin seeds. Optional. Add a small dose of glycine or TMG. Trimethylglycine, to support overnight recovery. Prioritize sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of deep rest each night. During deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, which stimulates muscle repair and liver regeneration. To enhance this process, avoid eating at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Reducing overnight insulin surges and promoting fat burning, this comprehensive protocol accomplishes 3 vital goals: maximizing muscle protein synthesis through strategic timing and quality of protein intake, improving insulin sensitivity, which enhances nutrient delivery to your muscles, and supporting liver health, the metabolic hub that helps process amino acids and other nutrients. You don't need to aim for perfection right away. Start with 1 or 2 steps perhaps. Adding bone broth in the morning or taking a walk after meals, and gradually build your routine. Remember, if you're over 70 and feeling weaker or less energetic, it's not because you're too old or broken. More often than not, it's because your body isn't receiving the right signals or inputs that it needs to rebuild muscle. Most seniors focus solely on increasing protein quantity. But what truly matters after 70 is the quality of that. Protein needs bioavailability, digestibility, and the environment in which it's used. Eggs are a good food, but bone broth-based proteins are more effective because they're easier to digest, provide unique amino acids like glycine and collagen, and don't cause insulin spikes. Your liver, the body's central processing center, plays a crucial role. If it's sluggish or burdened with excess fat, your muscles won't rebuild, no matter how much protein you eat. Supporting liver health with choline-rich foods, bitter greens, and supplements like milk thistle can make a significant difference. Similarly, insulin resistance is a hidden obstacle. Even if your blood sugar levels are normal, your cells might not respond properly to insulin, preventing amino acids from entering muscle cells. Improving insulin sensitivity through targeted nutrition, timed eating, and light activity post-meal can dramatically increase your muscle building potential. Here's the bottom line. If you're over 70 and want to regain strength, mobility, and independence, focus on a practical, science-backed daily routine. Incorporate bone broth and collagen into your morning. Support your digestion and liver health. Time your meals for maximum absorption, and move lightly after eating. Sleep well, avoid snacking, and prioritize high-quality, easily digestible proteins. You're not too old. Your muscles are still capable of rebuilding, they just need the right inputs. Small changes can lead to big improvements in strength, balance, and confidence. Remember, your body is resilient and adaptable. Giving it the right tools can help you stay strong and active for many years to come. If you found this information helpful, share it with loved ones. And if you want more practical tips and guidance on reversing age-related muscle loss naturally, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. You're capable of building muscle at any age, so start today and watch your strength and vitality return.